Hello, hello, trending gist lovers. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I am so sorry. I will start by apologizing because my schedule has been so tight and I have not been able to review the Real Housewives of Abuja episode 3 and the Real Housewives of Nairobi episode 2. But, anyways, we are here and let's quickly check our sound because as I'm talking to you, the Real Housewives of Abuja episode 4 is out and it is given. But I refuse to watch because I said I have to do the review of episode 3. I don't want to skip. So, whenever you catch up with the playlist, you're not like, what's going on? I watched this episode and I can't see this episode or what not. I apologize. I've just been so busy just coming into the house right now and pop, 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 network on, seeing that the episode 4. And I was like, what? I am here to review episode 3. So, yes, that's what we're going to be doing right about now. Let's check our sound and let's dive right in. It's going to be a quick one. And if I'm able to finish what I have to do, then I will review episode 4 today. If not, let's see if we can do episode 4 tomorrow. But today, let's review episode 3. Let's see. Sometimes you see all these influencers you see online that they be giving you vibes online, running mouth and all of that. It seems like seeing them in real life, it's not the same thing. Do you get? We will dive right into that in a bit. Sorry, it's always a lot when you have little ones at home. But, anyways, let's get to check our sound and let's go. Okay. All right. So I was talking about influencers and whatnot. All right. All right. All right. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Like I said, the review of episode 3 will be very, very, like, we're just going to go right in. I have gotten this down, but finding the time. So thank you so very much for joining. I see you all joining. Feel free to say hello so I know who is here with us so I can welcome you. If not, if you're a silent watcher, I understand you are welcome. But okay, so if you watch episode 1 and 2, I have the playlist. If you've not, please go catch up so you can understand what we are going to be discussing in episode 3. Episode 4 too, it's coming, okay? So episode 3, you remember that Tutu was supposed to host episode in episode 3, right? Tutu is the host, and she's giving them staycation stuff. And you remember what Comfort said? Comfort, Comfort is an older person compared to likes of Tutu, Princess, and all of that. And she was like, "What the heck is that?" And she tried to define and all of that. But let's not even go into episode 2. Go catch up on that because I already did the review. So episode 3, the Real Housewives of Abuja. The first person that arrived at the staycation place was Princess. And I was like, okay, Princess, all right. So Princess was the first to arrive at the staycation place, looking all good, looking all fly, as usual. And when Princess arrived at the staycation venue, she realized that the host is not even there yet. And even those of us watching were like, come on, are you not supposed to be the first person to get there as the host? You're supposed to be the first to get there. But anyway, Tutu was taking her time. Tutu was still at home, still packing her bags, deciding on what she's going to wear, the looks and whatever. She's the host. She needs to look good and all of that. So, yes, Princess picked up her phone. When she realized that Tutu wasn't there, Princess picked up her phone and called Tutu on the phone. She was like, "You're the host. You're supposed to be here first. I don't understand." And all of that. Tutu said, "Don't worry. I'm on my way. I am coming." And all of that. So the next person that arrived was Tutu. So Tutu arrived next. They sat down. I love the place. The place looks so beautiful. The setup and everything, really, really beautiful place for a staycation. Whatnot, beautiful. I love the entrance, the lounge area, and all of that. I just really love the setting of the place and their rooms too. We're good, but we will get them as we are going. Okay. So Tutu arrived next, and then the next persons to follow were Arafa and Comfort. And I've noticed from episode 1, Arafa and Comfort tend to vibe a lot, probably because maybe they are closer in age. I think I'm just guessing. Maybe that's the reason, or maybe because they are close friends. Remember when Arafa did introduction, Arafa had said that Comfort was her husband's friend, so they started building their own friendship thing on the side. So both of them arrived at so many events together. You get. All right. So the next people that arrived after Tutu was Comfort and Arafa. So all four of them sat down at the lounge area and they were talking. But before that, Tutu had already called the hotel management and all of that, tried to find out has everything set up, my champagne, my this, my that, my rooms, my everything, said everything you ordered for, everything is in place and all of that. As the host, Tutu was trying to make sure everything was okay. So when Comfort and Arafa arrived, they sat down and they were just talking and all of that. It got to where they started teasing Comfort. They're always teasing Comfort because Comfort is like this reserved one, not just because she's older, because there's some older women that can really vibe. Okay, there are older women that can really vibe, that knows what's up. But Comfort is not that type. Comfort, remember, Comfort is the biker. Okay, she's the one that drives a poor bike. She has her mohawk. So the lady, that those kind of people, they're not really girly, and they might not be doing all this kind of outing that the rest of Princess Tutu, Arafa are doing. So Comfort doesn't really know so much. So when they're sitting together, they tend to always tease Comfort. So yeah, the next thing was room selection. Now, when they started when Tutu informed the ladies about this their staycation stuff, she said, if you come late, you will get the worst room. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, this is giving us the vibe of Real Housewives of Lagos, but okay, why not? So she said, whoever comes late will get the worst room. So I think that's the reason why Princess even said it, that she is not. Sorry guys, my little one is awake. So yeah, when she's home, she's awake. She will always interrupt. All right, Piggy. Bye. All right. So Princess said she is not going to miss going like no, that's not going to happen because she doesn't want the washroom. That in fact she even wants the room for the host, the biggest room, the most beautiful room and everything. So hence Princess was the first to arrive. But then I guess Samantha and OJ Posharela didn't get the memo. I don't understand. They were just chilled back. But anyways, we'll get there. So four of them were there, and the next thing was for them to choose their rooms. Mm-hmm. So when they all went to their rooms, they're showing their rooms and all of that, and they had their gifts on their bed. When you enter your room, you will see your gift on your bed. And then Princess, as usual, the big mouthed person. Princess is always talking. Princess is always causing wahala. Princess is just the Laura. If you watch every Housewives of Lagos, then you know that Princess is giving this Laura vibe where she's always talking too much. She's always trying to cause trouble and all of that. She complained about the present that she found in her room and whatnot, and all of that. The next person they showed was Comfort in her room. Comfort loved her room. Comfort room had this bamboo vibe and all of that. Very beautiful. All the rooms are beautiful, anyways. Um, different room, different decor in the rooms, and the settings, everything is different in every room you see. So when Comfort got to her room, Comfort was like, oh wow, I really really do love my room. I feel like the host really puts in that time, knowing my kind of person, my personality and everything, and hence I got this room. I really really love what's going on in my room and all of that. So then Arafa went to her room. They showed Arafa in her room. Arafa loved her room also. Just like, okay, the host is trying here and all of that. So when everybody was already in their room, that was when they now showed OJ Posherella driving to Samantha's home. Like these two was like, I don't understand. They were just chilling, like, we're just gonna do us, let them do them. Whatever we get, we don't care. Okay. And so when when they showed, I was like, okay, both of you gonna get the worst room, or both of you will have to share a room, stuff like that, because they said latecomers are not gonna get the best of anything. So Oji Pasarela arrived at Samantha's home. Samantha was still running around doing some stuff like preparing dinner for the kids and the dining and stuff like that. She was like, "You're not even ready," and they laughed about it. It was like, I'm already done. I just wanted to make sure the family is okay and all of that before I step out, since I'm going for a staycation and all of that. I have to make sure family is okay." Oji Pasarela said, "No problem." I said, "Okay, follow me. Let me go pack up my bag." And okay, that's Yasu. All right, so Samantha said, follow me to my closet. Let me just grab my box and throw in some stuff in my handbag and we leave. So they went to her wardrobe, beautiful, massive shoes everywhere, clothing and everything. Celebrity, you know how it is. She packed up her bag, her box, and all of that, and they checked out and they left her home, Samantha's home, and they started driving to the staycation place. So on the way, OJ called Tutu on the phone. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so when they got there, they got to the lounge area, they sat down, and she's like, I don't understand, where's the host and stuff like that. Tutu was nowhere. Tutu was in her room chilling out and enjoying her plate of food already. I was like, what kind of host is this? The whole, I know they were late, but the host didn't even wait for everyone to arrive before she starts eating and doing whatnot. And I thought that was kind of funny, you know. I would think you would wait for all your guests to arrive before you decide to eat lunch and whatnot. But anyways, Tutu wasn't waiting because I guess she already told them the time that everybody needed to get there. So when she called them, sorry, Odi, stop bouncing that stuff. Stop bouncing that stuff. All right. So, all right, where was I? Where was I? Kids, they just know how to get you. All right, all right, all right. So, where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Okay, OJ called Tutu on the phone. Tutu said she was coming down to get them, and then okay, so Tutu was like, yeah, if you come late, you're gonna get the washroom, or you have to share with someone. Both of them didn't mind. OJ and Samantha, they had to share a room, and the next thing they showed was Tutu going to Comfort's room. You know, as the host, she had to check on all the ladies. So she went to Comfort's room, and Tutu and Comfort got talking. You know, she asked her, do you like the place? Do you love your room? Or is there anything like, so Comfort was like, yes, thank you so very much. I think you really took me into consideration, my personality, everything, and hence I got the room I got. I really, really do love it. And all of that. And she was like, okay, so they talked. So the next thing, she now brought out the fragrance, and she was like, she loved the gift and everything. And then she brought out her fragrance. And she was like, oh, Tutu was like, she doesn't know that one of Comfort's side hustle is also fragrance. So Comfort sells fragrance and stuff like that. So she brought out some that she had, I guess, that she carries along with her when she's going out. You know, if you're into business, you have to market yourself. You don't know where you're going to meet potential clients, right? So you always have to have one or two things of your stuff either on your device. If it's something you have to show photos of, it's something somebody can touch and feel, you have to have some of them with you so people can touch and feel and all of that. So yes, she showed her fragrance, and she smelled them, and she was like, oh wow, I love this, I love this, oh, this is cool, but oh, this is really me. And she's like, oh, I know you love that. She was like, that's Arabic something, like high herbs, stuff like that. She was like, okay. And she said, you have to come to my house to get to send more and all of that, like I have so many and all of that. She was like, okay, we'll do that. So then so the next thing they showed is Princess went to Arafa's room to spill tea. Like we know, Princess loves to talk. Princess is the yap person in the group. Like Princess is always talking. Princess is so confrontational. Princess is the drama queen. Princess is the person that will always start a fight, even when there is no reason for a fight. Okay, so that's Princess for you. So the next thing, Princess went to Arafa's room. Immediately, Arafa saw Princess. Arafa scattered laugh. Arafa started laughing because Arafa knows, like, okay, gossip person is here. And Arafa is that type of person that if you're bringing gossip, Arafa will not say no. Arafa will not say, let's not gossip. Arafa will add pepper, salt, Maggi, and all the spices that you need to make that gist juicy, spicy, tasty. Okay, so immediately she saw Princess bringing the tea, Arafa was fully prepared. Okay, so Princess entered her room, sat down, and okay, and then she was like, "Oh wow, you even came with your glam squad." Arafa is always everywhere with her glam squad. Her makeup artist was beating her face and all of that, and Princess was trying to talk to her. Man, Arafa just pushed the makeup artist to the side. Like, I believe that's someone she's been working with for a very long time. So or anyways, it was part of this. It's a reality TV show, right? So she just pushed the lady to the side. I was like, this lady, you love gossip. You love gossip, like you live for it. The way she just like she didn't want to, like, it's almost like as the lady is standing in front of her, beating her face. She feels like if she's not seeing Princess when Princess is talking, giving her the gist, she will not be enjoying the gist. As if you use your eyes, at least you use your ears to hear. So even if you cannot see, both of you are in the same room, you can hear her. The lady can be beating your face, doing your hair, doing whatnot. But no, 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 that was not Arafa. Arafa was like, Madam, shift. All even the lady started laughing. You know, so and then Princess started running her mouth. Princess said that Samantha is angry and Samantha wants to go home. So it seemed like Samantha doesn't like this. And Arafa started. They came late. They should, whatever they get, they should take. You cannot be acting up and all of that. You heard it. Tutu had stated it. The host had already stated it that she if you come late, you're going to get the worst room. So if you're coming late, you're going to either get the worst room or you're going to share a room with someone. So Samantha should just chill and stop making drama. Tutu can talk for Africa. Tutu can talk. And Tutu and bad mouth, like the shades they were throwing here and there. I was like, come on, the shade, the shade. Yeah, the Real Housewives of Lagos. I think some of them are not as shady as almost all of them in the Real Housewives of Abuja are shady. Just like once you hear them talking and when you see them in confessional, it is something else. I'm telling you. So Arafa wasn't having it. She was like, she doesn't understand. One, they came late, so if they have to share room, or even if the room is not as good as other people's room, they should take it because they came late. So Samantha should not be complaining, and Samantha should just chill. The next thing they showed from where Princess and Arafa is saying Samantha is upset, Samantha wants to leave, and all of that. The next person they showed was Tutu. Tutu, the host, was furious. Tutu was fuming. Tutu was angry. Tutu wants to leave. I was like, I don't understand. You're the host. You're the one that was saying, oh, you're not going to tolerate shit from Princess. If Princess is going to give you the stress, you're going to throw her out of the place, even if it's 2 a.m. and 9, whatever. You don't care. You don't this, you don't that. And now you, the host, you're the one that wants to leave. And I was like, what is getting Tutu so worked up? Everybody started leaving from their room to come and see she's the host, and why is the host upset and all of that. When everybody came and everybody was trying to talk to her, then Comfort came, and Comfort is the calm one, the one that tries to bring everybody together, the one that tries to reason with everyone so far. So Comfort held her, trying to calm her, held on the shoulders, trying to talk to her. I was like, what's going on? And the next thing, Tutu blurt out that she hates her room. I was like, I can't. It seems like Princess took the room that is supposed to be for the host. But even with that, the fact that you're the host, just take whatever you get, okay? Because you're the host doesn't mean you have to get the biggest room. But I think that's what these ladies want in this show. Anybody that is hosting what the best of the best of the best of everything in where they're hosting. So Tutu hated her room so much that Tutu was ready to pack her bag and leave the people that she was hosting there and go back home. And I was like, that's just dramatic. That's just silly. I don't even understand. So, and it took everybody, I'm telling you, everybody was in her room. No, beginning to Kimate. So I was like, what is even going on with this lady? But anyways, everyone was in her room. Everyone was trying to talk to her and all of that. And Comfort, finally, she didn't want to hear. She didn't want Tutu didn't want to listen to anybody. Finally, Comfort had to share her room. Give me a second, please. Sorry, family. Sorry, family. So everybody was trying to calm her down, but she didn't want to listen. Tutu didn't want to listen. Tutu didn't like her room. Tutu didn't want to stay in that room. She said she didn't understand how she's the host and how how she's the one to get the worst room and all of that. I'm so sorry for the breaks I'm taking. Hence, I always try to find the perfect time when I can do this so I don't get all this distraction and stopping and pausing in between. And then sometimes it takes me so long to find the time, and then I don't find any shows like this. Every week you have to be there to review, or else the next episode and next episode, like I'm late right now. I'm reviewing episode 2 and episode 3 is out today. But anyways, we're going to get to that. Well, sorry for the short break and pause here and there. If you're a mom, if you're a parent, or if you're an aunt, or uncle, family person, you have neighbors, you understand how it is with people with kids, right? So thank you. Thank you for your understanding. I know some of you are going to be watching the replay, so I won't be there to apologize when you watch it. So I'm apologizing now. Thank you. Thank you so very much for understanding. I appreciate it. Okay, so thank you so very much. I see you all coming in. Thank you all. God bless you for coming in. My silent watchers, if you don't say hello, I won't know who you are. Thank you so very much for stopping by and listening to this review. Okay, so everybody was really trying to calm Tutu down as the host, but Tutu didn't want to hear it. And then Comfort now decided that she's going to share her room with Tutu. And Tutu was like, oh, yeah, I was thinking Comfort is this boring lady in confessional, not in front. All the things, most of these, you don't say in front of the person's face or in front of the faces of those people. And she was like, oh, yeah, she was now happy. Comfort now took her out of her room, taking her to her own room. Comfort's room looked good. I really love everything in Comfort's room. So when Comfort said she was going to share a room with her, she was okay, she was happy, and she started praising Comfort. Tutu is another one that her mouth runs. Tutu and Princess, I don't know who has the worst, like when you say person get bad mouth, I know who has the worst mouth, like when it comes to throwing shades. All right. So the next was lingerie party. Okay. Lingerie party. So they got all ready. Everybody was popping out here and there. Look, Princess wore all red. And I don't know what some of the ladies were wearing. Trust me, I think the person that nailed it, Samantha gave us lingerie. Yeah. Like when you say Samantha, look, God, I love what Samantha wore. And who else? Okay, Princess Red was also nice, but some of the ladies in Comfort, Arafa, I don't understand. I was expecting Arafa to pull up a good, but Arafa was in her own planet. That lingerie she wore, I don't know from what planet they got it from, but then um and then before I even tell you about the lingerie, let me tell you about the setting of the place. If you watch the Real Housewives of Lagos, we're going to be referencing a lot Real Housewives. We're not comparing. Just if you watch it, trying to give you, trying to picture. We cannot show you photos here because Showmax, DSTV, they are brutal. For every small clip, you get a strike. I'm telling you, you get a strike. And I'm talking from experience. And I know someone that also got about 2 strikes. Okay, I got one for just a short clip. So hence no piggy, bravo. So Daxi. So that's why I don't show their clips. So I wish I could show you some of these things when I'm describing them so you will understand. Okay, so where was I? All right, so the lingerie party. The thing with this thing is the decoration was nice. Okay, I forgot what I wanted to say. Back. Little distraction. I just missed the line. Okay, I wanted to say if you watch the Real Housewives of Lagos, then you saw Caroline Hutchins. I always call her Caroline Danjuma. Caroline Hutchins. Caroline Hutchins party setting. That's what this tutu setting, was what a lot of like flowers, tents, and I just loved it. I think it was really beautiful. Although for me, the space was not big enough for what was going on. I think they should have just added a little bit. I don't know, but I mean, anyway, let's say that's the hall they had. That's the place they wanted to be for. I think more space for this type of throw pillow. They had like throw pillow on the floor, table, and everybody had to. Nah, bravo, picking it up, fine. Everybody had to sit on the floor and all of that. And I was like, lingerie party, and I need a little bit of more space where the ladies could just chill because they were all dressing all sexy, looking all hot. The host tutu came wearing all this stuff. She was like, I hope Arafa, right? I hope Arafa doesn't think this I'm wearing is from her. I will never wear that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you and Princess get those shader. Anyways, so the setting was extremely beautiful. I loved it. They had like the camping tent on the side, and then the middle they had these, like, they have flowers, drinks, fruits, and everything was just happening. I think that was really beautiful. And Tutu really tried with the hosting. She tried. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like lots of fruits and all of that, and moeds, okay, like drinks and all of that flying here and there. And so, so when the lady started coming in, so like I said, Tutu, when Tutu came in, what Tutu wore as the host, for me, that wasn't given. Also, as the host, you're the one picking that we're going to be having lingerie party. I think you should have invested more time in picking what you're going to wear. The lingerie, Tutu's lingerie wasn't given. Then at the same time, she was busy shading what Arafa gave them. She said, I'm not wearing the pantyhose. I hope Arafa will not think that this pantyhose I'm wearing is the one she gave us, because I will never wear that. This is mine. This is that. This lady, they love to give you this. But anyways, all right. Then OJ, I don't know what OJ is doing. Like, I'm still trying to understand OJ's Pocherella's fashion sense, like the style. OJ's style, I'm still trying to understand. I don't know. There's something off with OJ's style. Uh, you know, but let's not go into deep with that. But as a fashion person myself, I can see and I can tell you that I'm not understanding that lady. It's not even all about opening, because okay, when they started talking about this, she was like, it's not about opening all the body and this and that. Yeah, you can still find nice lingerie that you're covered up, well, and but still, but OJ Pasharella have outfits, and most times it's always off. So yeah, so I just felt what OJ Pasharella wore was ugly. The clothes, the outfit, the lingerie was not giving. Okay, even Comfort. I was thinking Comfort will wear the ugliest lingerie and everything put together, but Comfort actually pulled something better than what OJ Pasharella pulled, and that was shocking to me a little bit, but not really shocking, because from episode one, I've always felt like OJ's style is a little bit off, okay, and all of that. And Arafat too, I expected more from Arafat. Arafat is not giving. So yeah. Okay, so then they all sat down. They all sat down. They started chatting, and then Tutu thanked everyone. You gave our official speech, and all of that. Thanked everyone for coming and all of that. And then Tutu, hmm, wait. Okay, and then Tutu and Princess started talking about their shady past. Okay, like they used to be really close friends, really, really buddies. That like maybe they still are, but they don't act that way on the show. But I guess they still are close, or probably because Princess is now married with kids and all of that. So yeah, so Tutu and Princess started talking about their crazy past. They talked about how they used to go out partying a lot. They talked about how Tutu will scale from their home, because it's a family home, okay? So how Princess, how Princess will come to Tutu's home in the night and they want to party. There's this event happening somewhere that they really want to attend, and then dad, now African parents, they've already locked gates, locked door, locked everywhere, and now Tutu will now have to go and tie bed sheets, okay, together, and tie them on the top of the stairs and try to climb down. Okay, I don't know if it's a story building or two-story building, but you get the vibe. Okay, you have to climb down because main gate is locked. The door that leads outside the house is also locked, and I guess the key will be with some people. Some people's dad keep the keys, okay, because I know my dad too. When he's like nobody's going out, when he locks, he keeps the key in his room. So you cannot even touch the door to open the door to go inside to get the keys, because if you touch his door, he wakes up. If you even walking past, you have to pass his room. You have to walk past his room to get to the toilets. He knows when people wake up to go to the toilet. So you don't even you can't get the key once it's 9 o'clock. Gates lock, lights out, and that's it. So I really, really could understand, and that made me laugh when she talked about it. I was like, this has happened to a lot of people, scaling fence, scaling gates, and all of that to go party. That's it. If you have strict parents, that's the only way. If you want to have fun, that's the only way you can get away with it. And if you get caught, okay. So, anyways, she talked about how she would tie bed sheet together, and that's Tutu, the host, and she would scale down, and she said Princess would be standing down telling her, jump, 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 it's not that high, jump. I was like, I would expect Princess to be this kind of friend. Telling your friend to jump, and then when she jumps and breaks her legs, I wonder what you're going to do, because now you will have to knock the main door for the father to come down, and then your friend will be in trouble. But anyway, she was always telling her to jump, 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 but Tutu wasn't listening. Tutu will still use her bed shift method because that really worked for her, and all of that. So then okay, so then after that, Samantha, like they're all sitting down and just chatting. So Samantha talked about how she's never been for a girls' trip before, and that came as a surprise to some of the ladies and all of that. She said the only time she was supposed to go, I think it was supposed to be she, Princess, and some other ladies, and the ladies kept pulling out one after the other, and it ended up being just the both of them, so they didn't do it anymore, and all of that. And I think Arafa who said, "Wow, this is shocking. Like, how is it that you've never been to all girls trip and stuffs like that?" And I was like, why is this just sounding so like this is strange? Some people haven't been, they haven't been, you know. If the opportunity have not presented itself, it's not going to happen. If your friends are not those type of friends that love all girls trips and things like that, they're not going to go. Even if you suggest it, they're just going to tell you, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. They're going to find excuses why they don't want to do the girls trip. So I kind of understand if Samantha has never been. But Samantha is really coming off as a very quiet, cool, kind of too cold and boring if you're a vibe person. But if you're also someone that doesn't have vibe, then Samantha is going to be your person, because both of you are going to be doing the no vibe thing. But if you're this kind of person that loves to jollificate, Samantha is not that, you know. So all right. So the next thing, Tutu, after Samantha finished talking, Tutu now told the ladies that she actually invited someone that is going to talk to them about something that will be helpful, since some of them are married, some of them are not married. Like Tutu is not, Tutu, the host, she is not married. So she said, since some of them, most of them are married and some of them are not married, what the person is going to teach them, it's going to be very helpful in your marriage if you're married, and if you're single, it's also still going to be helpful when you find a partner and whatnot, or if you're in a relationship. So and all of that. So she said she invited a sex therapist to come and teach them one or two things about, you know, the other room, how to get busy. And then they showed each of the ladies in the confessional, and they were like, who is lacking? Mostly comfort. Comfort is first was like, I don't understand. You're bringing a sex therapist. Like, who doesn't know how to do the do in the other room? And who said the person is lacking in that aspect of life? Like, I don't get it. Who doesn't know? But anyways, they were open to see what the sex therapist is going to teach them, and what the person had let them just, they were just like, but they were kind of skeptical. They've not even heard the name of the person, they don't know who's coming, they just felt like everybody knows what to do in the other room. Now Arafa is a pole dancer and all of that, so yeah. And the ladies are, these ones are partying, jumping off scaling fence to go party, so everybody's just a vibe. And Samantha's like, we don't get it. Everybody's a vibe when it comes to the other room, the way the ladies they look, okay, they're all a vibe. So they're like, you know, you're like, this is not what we need. Okay. So then Arafana told them that the sex therapist that she's bringing is Jaruma. If you know Jaruma, or if you even know the Nigerian influencers and all of that, she's the Kayamata lady that sells all these weird things that some of them are like juju things. I don't even know how to describe Jeruma. Like, she sells some weird things. That's how I put it. She's okay. Wait, I have broad audience, so let me explain more. Jeruma sells aphrodisiac. Okay, that's the best. So if I say that, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, she sells aphrodisiac stuffs, and she sells like herbal, like she comes in with the herbs a lot and all of that. I'll help boost you this. You want this down there to be juicy. You want the stuff coming out from the man to be juicy, and this is like aphrodisiac. Like, yeah. And she also have some weird stuff that are kind of sound like diabolic things, like juju things. Anyways, so that's Jaruma. And Jaruma is very controversial. Jaruma is in one saga or the other. Jaruma is in one trouble or the other. Like you saw, she and Regina Daniels, they like so many people she has had issues with online. So everybody knows Jaruma. Like when you mention Jaruma, if you type in her name, she's always trending for something negative or the other. Right? That's Jaruma for you. So immediately everybody heard Jaruma, everybody just went cold. Like we were expecting it. And the first thing everybody was saying, all the ladies were like, is she a sex therapist? I thought she sells aphrodisiac. That doesn't make you, just because you sell aphrodisiac and things like that, that doesn't make you a sex therapist. And I kind of agree with the ladies. Just because you sell stuff like that doesn't mean you are a sex therapist. Although I kind of understand where Tutu was coming from, where Tutu referred to her as that. She also tries to talk about all these things like that and all of that. So hence, I see where some persons will mistake her for a sex therapist, but she's not. Okay. But anyways, that's how Tutu introduced her. All right. The next thing they showed was Jaruma. Her video. I think the video flash that they flash is something she had posted also online. We've seen before. She wearing all red, and pulling up with this. I don't know what brand of car is that, but one of these big cars, bouncers, walking with her, and she's just serving the boss lady. You know how Jaruma loves to do it. For those of you who do not know, Jaruma loves to do everything big. She loves to present herself as a billionaire. She jokes a lot, and she loves to refer to herself as like the richest woman in the world or something Arab money. Like Jaruma makes a lot of jokes along that line and stuff like that. So the flash and all of that. Jaruma came wearing all red, also hot stuff and all of that. But already the ladies were skeptical. And once they heard Jeremiah, like everybody knows who Jeremiah is. So I think they already had like negative even before they met her. They've not met her before, but I feel like they already had negative thought because of what they see online about Jeremiah. So to me, I was like, ladies, if you're keeping your face like this, then when she will get here, what's gonna happen? That's what I was just thinking, and I was watching. Um, Okay, so I want to make sure I give this whole thing step by step. I don't want to miss anything. So I wrote everything down. So I'm trying to say, okay. So Jaruma walked in wearing all red lingerie, like princess. Like it seemed like they planned it, they were matching, but anyway, they didn't plan it because they fought. We're gonna get that. So Jaruma walked in wearing, looking all good. It's a lingerie party, right? Yes. So she walked in and you could have heard a pin drop. It was more silent than a cemetery. It was more silent than any place. It went, you could hear the crickets, cracker, 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 in the room. Immediately she walked in. The ladies, their faces, the eyes, God. I was like, can't you people just, even if you don't like the person, can't you just pretend? Because you've not met, like most of them, they've not met her before. They don't know her. They only know her online, just as the rest of us, right? So I was like, can't you just give someone the benefit of doubt? Okay, just be nice. You see her walking in, hail her. She's coming there, even if you know she's not a sex therapist, but this person invited her as that, or to come and sell her market, to tell you people, but at least just welcome the person, let the person feel welcome and feel the warm everything, positivity, positive vibe. All the ladies were negative. They were cold, they were making faces, like the camera was spinning on each of their faces, and if you would see their face, you wouldn't be able to hold it. You're just gonna lose it. I was laughing so much. I was like, come on, these ladies are mean. Like when you say somebody is mean, the ladies, the Real Housewives of Abuja, the ladies are mean and they are shady. So she was walking, then you see her body language. Some people, they kind of draw their energy from outside, from their environment. And I think Jaruma is that kind of person. From what I saw, we were watching on TV, right? Never met her in real life. Like it's almost like, how am I going to describe it? Like her shoulder just went down, the morale, the vibe, the everything, like the life just drained out of her, because I think she could sense the coldness coming from everybody. No hello, no nothing, no one. She walked in and then she said, hello, and still the ladies were acting weird. She sat down next to the host, Tutu. So it was uh, Jaruma, and then the middle you had Samantha, then Princess. Okay, so they were sitting like on a long line. So here is like the head of the table, and head of the table, let's call it like head of the table, was where what's her name? The host was seated, Tutu. So here you have Jaruma now, Princess. Sorry, Jaruma, Samantha, Princess. Then on this other side, you have Comfort, Tutu. Sorry, you have Comfort, um, Comfort, Arafa, and OJ Posherella. Okay, so when she walked in, she everywhere was just weird, and people didn't really vibe to her. They didn't show any positiveness or anything. And then they showed Princess and Arafa in the confessional. They're like, what does Jaruma know about sex? What can she even teach? That Princess and Arafa, I've said it before, their mouths. If you're not watching the Real Housewives, you need to watch the Real Housewives of Abuja. The ladies are serving it hot. To think that these ladies are not that popular, they are giving it. Their mouth is something else. Princess and Arafa was like, what does she know? That she doesn't know anything. She only sells aphrodisiac. That they don't understand why Tutu is introducing her as a sex therapist. She's no sex therapist. And like they weren't having it. Like, exactly. They were like, yeah. When according to in Princess's confessional, Princess was like, she thought that when she walked in, our hands going to be clapping, people going to cheer for her. Oh, Jaruma landed. That nobody did anything. Everybody was quiet. And you needed to see the faces of these women and all of that. She was like, did you see Samantha's face? And she laughed so hard. I was like, Princess, you're so shady. You are so shady. And then Jaruma, this person, the host, gave her the floor. Introduce yourself. Tutu, introduce yourself. Jaruma was all over the place. And that caught me off guard, just as it did with Laura. Laura is so loud. Laura is a vibe. When you see her on Facebook, you see her on Instagram doing her influencing thing. Laura is a vibe. Okay, on the internet, she can talk, she can dance, she can this, she can wah, wah, wah. But then in the Real Housewives, she was timid, she was shy, she was, that's the vibe. Yeah, playing it to hear us. So that's the Jeruma was just everywhere. She didn't even give proper. I would expect you to at least sell your market now. You be person they sell aphrodisiac and all this. Sell your market. You did a reality TV show. People go watch the show. I was expecting her to be able to table. Introduce yourself properly, and then tell people what you do. Jaruma was going from left, right, center, and next thing, I'm the most controversial, I'm the most talked about, I'm the this, I'm that. And I was like, Jaruma. But on the other hand, I kind of understood. I feel like the vibe that the ladies gave her when she came in killed her morale. She just knew they didn't like her. They didn't want to hear. They looked like they didn't want to hear anything from her. They weren't feeling her. So I think that really like, hit her off guard, and she was just everywhere with that. And then I did not see where this argument started from, because Jeremiah has not even finished introducing herself. She started talking about how she's the most talked about, she's this, or that, and all of that. The next thing, Princess jumped in, and don't say that you're not the most. She said she's the most bullied person. Jeremiah said she's the most bullied person in the internet in Africa. Okay, the whole continent of Africa. And Princess said it's not bullied, but controversial. And that's where the argument started. God. I was like, Princess, if you just close your mouth, I was like, Princess, you should have closed your mouth and just allowed the lady to. Everybody says they are the most bullied person. Even all the mostly these influencers, everybody, I'm the most hated, I'm the most bullied, I'm the most this, I'm the most talked about. And I was like, do they give a crown for this thing? That it seems like most of the influencers and celebrities want to claim that they are the most talked about, they are the most influential, they are the most this, they are the most that. Like, be calming down, okay? Let the statistics, let them do, let the statistics and everything show for it, okay? Anyways, but when she said that, Princess with the big mouth didn't close her mouth, even if all the other ladies knew that what she was saying was not 100% correct, but they get it that everybody hyped themselves. Princess was like, no, it's controversial. She said, no, I'm bullied, controversial. So both of them were going bullied, controversial. And then the argument started. Ratatata, Jeruma is throwing words, but then the fight was so fake. Like the Real HouseWives of Abuja, they need to do more. Like the producers, the everything. Come on, that script is not giving. It's not. We know that reality TV show is reality TV show, and the dramas. But this particular fight didn't make sense. No. All right. Sorry. Okay, so I was like, Princess should have just allowed Jaruma. Sorry, I'm going to try to fix my little one here. So Princess Ella, yeah. So I said Princess should have at least allowed Jaruma to just say whatever she wanted to say and all of that. And okay, I was talking about the ladies, the show. Sorry, Clisa to stomach. So I feel like the show is too empty because this fight didn't make any sense at all. The fight did not make any sense, like zero sense. The fight between Princess and Jeroma, it did not make any sense. So I was like, okay, but the thing is, I feel like other reality, we know that most of the fights are fake, they are staged and all of that, but they did not stage this particular one very well because it was actually a misunderstanding. Jaruma was talking in the second person, like, but then Princess thought she was referring to her. And then Princess was like, what? Me? I don't know you from anywhere. I don't this, I don't that, how dare you, and this. And then that caused the argument. And I was like, I don't even understand why. Sorry, I'm trying to get another shit. And I was like, I don't even understand why this is even bringing this argument here because Jaruma is not really talking to Princess, and Princess doesn't want to keep quiet to wait to understand that Jaruma is talking about something else. But the way Jaruma was talking, and then Princess asked her, you mean me? And then Jaruma too said yes. And I was like, are these two people drunk already? I've not seen anybody drinking yet on the show. So why are they both acting like they're drunk? Jaruma wasn't referring to her when Princess started running her mouth. And then when she asked, instead of Jaruma to say, no, that's not what I meant, I was talking. She said yes. And then Princess kept on going. You're not that relevant. You're this. And then she talked, all right, big in the mess of Vlap is Vegan, Vlap is Vegan. Yeah, so, yeah. All right. So sorry, all over the place today with this. Okay. All right. So, mom's life. What can I say? What can I say? Once they see the camera on, then they pop up to distract. That's kids for you. So yeah, she will always go in and out. Pardon me, get used to it. Okay. So like I said, the argument, it wasn't genuine at all, and it didn't make any sense because it seemed like both of them were just going back and forth, and the fakeness was just too much, and it made zero sense. Like zero sense. It didn't make any sense at all. Anyway, so okay. Mm-mm-mm. So then it got to the place where Tutu had to intervene because Princess is someone that uses curse words a lot when she argues. What the F this, F that, this one, that one, and all of that. And Tutu had to intervene, like, ladies, calm down. It's not that serious. Then Jaruma also explained that she argues with people, but she doesn't use curse word. That she doesn't understand why Princess uses so much curse word that an educated person can have an argument and not use curse word, but she doesn't understand why Princess is using a lot of curse word. Immediately Princess here, immediately Princess said, I wanted to speak pidgin them. Immediately Princess heard an educated person can have. Princess lost it. Princess is like, what? What is this one talking about? What do you know that you're talking about? I am a lawyer. Okay, first of all, I am a lawyer and I got my bachelor's degree in the UK. I studied this and I did this one and I did that one in the UK and this and that. What are you talking about, educated and non-educated person? What are you really talking about? Okay. And I was like, okay, now you go fear who be lawyer we study for UK when they behave like lawyer. No fish out. If Princess didn't mention that she studied law, I had already forgotten that Princess studied law. Okay, that she was a lawyer. Okay, I had actually forgotten. So Princess was really firing hot that Jaruma even said that. So after that, it was a hot mess. Okay, so Jaruma now called in her assistant, and her assistant walked in, and she stood up and left the room, and her assistant sat down. There, problem number two, wahala number two started because the ladies lost it at this point. But like they could not even stand Jeroma. They didn't want Jeroma there. And now Jeroma was calling, and Tutu was the first as the host. Tutu was like, what is going on? Who invited this lady to my party? Why is she even here? I don't get it, and all of that. So Jeroma's assistant came in, started asking the ladies questions, put hand, brought out something, and was asking them, what is this? Why is this? What is this? And the ladies were all like a dildo, a vibrator, and all of that, and just like, and it is like, is this the sex therapist? Like, this is what they're gonna do. Who doesn't know what that thing is? Like, from the moment you're holding it, everybody knows what it is. But Tutu was already pissed off because she was thinking that Jaruma would do everything. Jaruma is the one she invited. She doesn't understand why Jaruma's assistant is the one here talking and all of that. But I feel like Jaruma had already received a lot of negative energy from the ladies, even though most of them didn't speak negatively to her directly, or say, open your mouth to say anything negative, but the vibe, the room, immediately she walked in, you could feel it. Okay, so I felt like Jaruma lost her balance. She didn't even want to do the class anymore, so hence she brought in her. And the same when she did the introduction, and then the princess didn't even allow her to land and all of that, so Jaruma wasn't having it. Jaruma left the room. So then the lady was asking them, and Comfort was like, she's so disappointed. Like, she doesn't even understand, like, what the heck is going on, and all of that. The lady spoke to them. They talked about certain, and the ladies, like, they don't even understand what this lady doesn't even know what she's talking about. Like, is this what Jeroma brought for them? But Jeroma had told them she brought gifts for them. She brought this, she brought that. So the lady spoke. After she finished, she left the room. So they were expecting, after the assistant left, they were waiting to see Jeruma pop in, and then they showed outside the staycation place. Jeruma had packed her bags, her box, and everything. She's standing outside waiting to leave. So Jeruma left without even saying goodbye to the ladies. Jeruma left without even telling the host that invited her that she was leaving. Jeruma left just like that. Like, when she stood up and left that place, that was it. Jeruma had gone. She was like, I can't do this anymore. She was so upset. And that's how Jaruma left, and Jaruma does not stay. So when the ladies found out that Jaruma wasn't returning, and they were like, are you kidding me? That was a really huge blow. to them, because they're like, at least you should come back and say goodbye. At least you should come and tell us you're leaving, and stuffs like that. And something else that Jeruma said that really got the ladies to feel like, she talked about how she doesn't go out so much. Like they notice she doesn't attend events and things like that, like other influencers and other people. And that makes you very, really relevant when you don't always show up in events and you're scarce. And Princess scattered laugh was like, this lady doesn't even know what she's talking about. That who says when you're scarce that nobody notices, that nobody even knows, nobody cares about you, nobody cares, like, girl, bye. You being scarce and all of that doesn't make you more relevant than people that turn up for events and all of that. So I think that one too got all the ladies rolling their eyes like, this lady, we don't get you. Like, you're putting yourself high up there, but you're not really high up there, you're down here. So when she now left without even saying goodbye, the ladies were like, we are absolutely disappointed, and this is just not it, and all of that. So then after the whole saga and all of that, they decided to start playing a game where they will ask who is likely to do something, and then you have to lift up a card, and all their names are written on the card. So, for example, if you think Tutu is likely, you lift up Tutu. If you think it's person, and then they said, who is likely to go bankrupt? They said Jaruma. And then Comfort was like, me, I'm not understanding this game. I was thinking, if the person is not here, should we be even lifting a name, mentioning her name? At least the game should be between those of us that are here and all of that. The game was fun. Okay, they played, they mentioned each other's name and all of that. Who is likely to go? Who is likely to get drunk at the party? Who's likely? There's just so many things anyway. This will say Samantha, this will say so, but most of them were just Jaruma. And I felt like that bankrupt own that they lifted Jaruma's name, they did it on purpose. Like they just wanted to shade Jaruma. One, she left the way she left, like she was missing in action, and two, they didn't like her because of the way she had already trended online, and that was just not giving it for them, and that was it. So yeah, their game time was really, really fun. So when it was time to rate her, they all rated her good. Okay, like I said, this is gonna be a quick review and all of that. So when it was time for them to rate Tutu, they all rated Tutu very high. They gave her good. Some people were giving her 8/10, 7/10, and all of that. So I think they were all pleased. That's why the whole fight and cat and rat fight and what about happening all around. They all still felt like, yes, Tutu did her best. The staycation was fun, and so on and so forth. So yes, at the end of every episode, they will show you what you should be expecting in the next episode, which is happening today. But like I said, I'm yet to watch it. But okay, so in episode 4, they all went out partying, and the shade was flying left and right, and Arafa and Comfort once again were feeling like they were kind of, this is not a party that they should be attending and whatnot. So they really sat on one side and just throwing shade, laughing, high-fiving each other and stuff like that. So we are going to see what's going to happen in this party. And I think what's going to happen in this party is going to bring a lot of bege in episode 5. Okay, because today is Friday, so episode 4 is already out. But because I want us to be watching this thing and talking about it together, reviewing, gisting, and all of that together, I refuse to watch until I do the review of episode 3, which is done right now and dusted. Sorry for the breaking here and there. I just couldn't find the perfect time, because if I don't do it today, and then episode 4 is already out, so then I will not have to review episode 3 and 4 together, and it will be a longer stream. Okay, this is almost an hour 58 minutes, and I think this was fast. Okay, because it used to take us about an hour plus, because I used to take my time to break down everything. But still very busy. Thank you so very much for watching. I am super grateful. I know most of you come in and watch after the live stream is over. I see you, and I say thank you to each and every one of you that stopped by to watch. If there's anything you want to talk about, leave it as a comment. I will see it. I always check my comments. I read the comments, and let me know. If you want to join us when we're reviewing, let me know. We're using StreamYard, so I'm able to drop links and we can talk and we can share what we think concerning the Real Housewives of Abuja. So far, I love the ladies. Okay, I didn't know what to expect from them. I was thinking, okay, let's see. But yeah, I love the ladies. They are doing a good job because none of them are that popular. Only one of them, like I said when I reviewed episode one at the beginning, I said only one of them have about 100 and something K followers. The rest of them are like every one of us, 2,000 following, 1,000 following on social media. So nobody really knew them that way. So I think they're really giving a good show, but the problem is with the script. The script is too empty. That's something I don't know. So I just hope they can do better when they will come out with season two, and they'll be able to fill up all those empty area. But the Real Housewives of Abuja is not giving like the Real Housewives of Lagos or even the Real Housewives of Nairobi. If you've not seen that one, we have it here on the channel also. Catch up, and we also have to review the episode two, I think, of the Real Housewives of Nairobi. Those are another ladies that are hot. So thank you so very much. Details. Deneki, listen. All right. So thank you all so very much. And this is me checking out. Okay. So bye, everyone. Bye. Okay.